Ahoy, cricket! Ahoy, cricket!
Oh my goodness, Polly, she just can't contain her excitement because it's night 2 of Oceans Deep Vacation Bible School. And tonight we're learning of trusting faith. Can you think of anyone from the Bible who had to really trust their faith? Well, if you guess Moses, you're right. Let's go see what Moses is up to. Moses, man, it is so good to have you here with us today.
It's good to be here. Good to be here.
Yeah.
I'm glad this is Sandy Creek and not the Sandy Sea. Man, I've seen God do some amazing work with bodies of water. Like when He helped me escape and split the Red Sea.
Yeah. I tell you, your story has got to be one of my favorites. There is trusting faith all in it.
Well, I've learned that both faith and fear begin in the same place. They're the belief in something that hadn't even happened yet.
Oh, wow. You know, walk me through God's mighty work with you. It's a long story, but I do know that you were the son of a Levite woman who gave you up after raising you for about 3 months because the king or the Pharaoh of Egypt was so worried that the Israelites, his slaves, were going to take over Egypt and be more powerful than the Egyptians. So he put out an order to kill all the baby boys. So I do know that much, but God had bigger plans for you in your life, obviously, because Pharaoh's daughter, he found you in the Nile, or she found you in the Nile and adopted you. Is that right?
Yeah, she did. And she named me Moses.
Oh.
And she did that because it meant that she drew me out of the water.
Wow, as you got older and left Egypt, fleeing from your wife, you went to Midian and you got married and had a son, and God was showing up in some big ways in your life there. So can you tell me a little bit about that?
I can. First, God spoke to me through a burning bush. If you can believe that. Yeah, bush was
on fire.
Bush was on fire.
Wow.
It was on fire.
Did you have a fire hydrant?
No. But it spoke to me. Spoke to you. Talk about getting my attention, right?
Yeah.
I was so scared that I actually hid my face. Couldn't even look at it.
Yeah, I would be scared too. With all the product I have in my hair, it might go up in flames.
Gracious.
It wouldn't be good, Moses.
Man, I was worried about my hair burning off. You ever smell burnt hair? That's
Not
awful.
good.
Terrible. All right, so God told me He heard the Israelites cry, and He wanted to use me to deliver His message.
Wow, what an honor.
It was, but I questioned all my abilities. I don't know why in the world God would choose me. I mean, I was not good at public speaking. I was afraid of everything. Couldn't talk. So God gave me Aaron, which was my brother.
Your brother, yeah.
Yeah, good brother.
Oh, we all have that one.
He assured me that with Aaron's help, because Aaron was a good speaker.
Yeah.
So with Aaron's help, that I'd be able to get the message across the correct way.
Cool. So you packed up your son and your wife and you head into Egypt. And what did God want you to do as soon as you got there?
Well, God was already preparing Pharaoh's heart. He knew that it was going to be tough, knew that his heart was going to be hardened, knew that he wasn't going to listen to me. God, it wasn't a surprise to God at all. So he wanted me to go to Pharaoh and start off with just saying, let my people go.
You know what is interesting is God knew Pharaoh's heart was hardened and he was going to say no, but yet he still had you ask? Wow.
Yeah, it don't make a lot of sense to us, but it's all about trust. It's all about trust in the story. I mean, you see this rod?
Yeah, that's a nice rod.
It took me a long time to carve that thing, whittle it. Yep. You know how hard it is to whittle without a pocket knife? Yeah. I don't know how I did it, but that's God. So, God gave this to me, right?
Wow.
He used this in a very powerful way with Pharaoh to get his attention. When I went to speak to him, the way he used it in that moment, I threw it on the ground, and in that moment, God turned it into a snake.
What? Okay, so I know you just said God kind of used his staff, but how else did God show the Egyptians and show Pharaoh and all the people in Egypt that he was really God?
Well, God told me over and over again in different ways how much He cared for me, cared for the Israelites, cared for His people, and He was going to go out of His way to prove that love for us. He did that by sending multiple plagues. It was 10 plagues that He sent to the land of Egypt.
Wow, 10?
First one started off with turning the Nile River all into blood.
Blood?
There's no water at all, just blood. The next, he sent frogs,
Ooh.
sent gnats,
Ooh.
and a swarm of flies. All the livestock, the pigs, the cows, horses, everything was dying.
Oh my goodness.
And then boils came all over people's bodies, like bumps all over their bodies.
Oh.
It was nasty. It was awful. You had hail falling from the sky.
In
Destroying,
the desert?
destroying
Wow.
everything. And imagine this, locusts everywhere.
I don't like bugs.
Millions of locusts you couldn't even see.
They're just so creepy.
Yes, absolutely. And we even had total darkness for some time. Couldn't see your hand
And
in
you
front of
had
your face.
no electricity
No
back
electricity, no nothing.
then. Flashlights.
Nothing.
Darkness would scare me.
Yes. But the final plague that really got the attention of Pharaoh was the death of every firstborn. And that was the death of the firstborn of Egyptians, even the animals. I mean, everybody. It was the death of the firstborn.
Wow. You know, that's truly amazing. You know, it also foreshadows what is to come with God sending His one and only Son to be sacrificed, Jesus.
And I didn't even mention that, you know, that last plague was what really forced Pharaoh to decide to let us go.
Oh,
When he saw
he
the
had
death
enough.
when that was the death of his heir, his son, that was what really pushed him over the edge. But, you know, God wasn't finished yet. As we left and started to travel to find the land that He promised us,
Yes.
there was a lot of trials that came. A lot
Oh.
of stuff happened over that time. Some were personal with me, some were with the other Israelites. Just different things happened with doubts that they had in their mind, with us wandering all over the place.
Well, you know, that kind of got me thinking, what did happen to Pharaoh? Did he live happily ever after?
I wish I could say that he did, but he didn't. So here's what happened. As soon as we left Egypt, he started having second thoughts.
Oh,
He said,
that's just
He
like
said,
a selfish man.
He said, I ain't gonna let them people go. So what
That
he
is
did,
crazy.
what he did is he sent his army. He came out with his army, his soldiers and chariots and horses, and he was either going to kill us or he was going to bring us back and get us in slavery. Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
But as always, God keeps His promises to us. It may not happen the way we think it should or expect it should, but He is faithful and it's going to happen.
Wow. Moses, what is your favorite part of this story?
So my favorite part is when Pharaoh comes back all angry and mad, and he just knows he's going to bring us back.
Yeah.
He knows he's won.
He's probably got some revenge and anger and all this stuff built up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But what was going to happen? God had other plans for us. And God helped us once again by using this staff to split that Red Sea wide open so we could escape and get away.
Wow. You know, thank you so much, Moses, for coming today and sharing with us all about trusting faith. I hope I can get that one day.
tomorrow's VBS episode. Bye!